Greetings and welcome to this brief introduction to the cryptocurrency marketplace and the opportunities to profit from that marketplace. My name is Jeffrey Howard, CC Mentor here on the YouTube channel, and I just wanted to share with you just a few thoughts. I mean, this is not designed to be an in-depth understanding of the entire marketplace, but just to give you an introduction and a basic understanding. So first and foremost, let's start with my disclaimer here. I want you to be really clear about this. I am not a licensed financial or investment advisor or accountant or attorney, so nothing I say in this video or any video, audio, or any written form is intended to be construed as investment, tax, or legal advice. And I'm not giving any specific recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument or get involved with any particular company, investment, or opportunity. You should always do your own research, always do your own due diligence, make your own decisions based on that research, and you should never invest money that you can't afford to lose or that you need to pay your rent or your bills, please. So my videos may contain affiliate links. I may make recommendations about products, but they're not going to be designed to be anything specific that that are making any claims of any sort. So I do believe, though, that these might bring value into your life. So let's get on with it. What is a cryptocurrency? Well, I'm going to start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is kind of where this whole landscape began. And since this was where the entire marketplace started, it makes sense to start here. I want to share one thing with you really quickly. You see in this image pictures of what appear to be Bitcoins, but Bitcoins are not actually coins. Bitcoins are a digital currency or a cryptocurrency in which strong encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units, that is the number of units of currency, and to verify the transfer of funds, operating independently of any central bank or government, which is all good news to all of us. Bitcoin is the first decentralized peer-to-peer payment network that's powered by its users, again, with no central authority or no middlemen involved with the transactions. They're not coins you carry in your pocket, they're coins you carry on your computer or on your smartphone. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are essentially digital cash, and you can use them to transact business of all sorts of varieties. Decentralized means that there's no central bank or government controls over cryptocurrency transactions. Peer-to-peer means that your business is transacted privately and directly between computer networks, between my computer and yours, for example. The only way to stop a cryptocurrency transaction would be to turn off the internet, and we know essentially that is not possible. So how do you get Bitcoin? Well, first thing you have to do is you have to set up one or more what we call wallets. So using the same analogy, a wallet, just like you would carry your cash in your pocket, would be a digital wallet, and there's different forms of those, a lot of different kinds. This one, Exodus.io, is a great one to house cryptocurrencies on your computer. This is a software-based program, and you also have online web-based versions as well as mobile versions, and you will end up having multiple wallets for different purposes. I'm not going to get into all that right here, but that's basically the general concept behind a wallet. Now, once you have your wallet, you're going to need to exchange your current currency into Bitcoin. So what do I mean? So right now, let's just use this analogy. So you can see here a currency exchange booth. You might see something like this at an airport or when you travel. Let's say we take a flight over to Rome and we're going to travel around in Italy for a little while, and we go over there from the United States with $1,000, $10, $100 bills in our pocket. When we land, we can't just walk across the street to the restaurant or jump in a taxi and expect to use those dollars. We would have to exchange them into euros, which is the currency of Italy and other parts of Europe. So same thing with Bitcoin. You would need to exchange your dollars or whatever your base currency is into Bitcoin to start any transactions. And you can do that in many ways, actually. You can do that first by attaching a bank account to your Bitcoin wallet. Many Bitcoin wallets allow direct connection of your bank account. You can use an online exchanger where you can buy and sell Bitcoin and digital currencies. You can transfer funds into a brokerage where you can then trade. You can use a credit card with some of the exchangers. So just whip out a Visa or MasterCard and exchange the base currency that you have, whatever that might be, US dollars, for example, from your credit card into Bitcoin. And you can also do it person to person. So if you know somebody who's in this marketplace already, and you want to access $100 in Bitcoin, and you want to hand them a $100 bill, and they're willing to transfer their Bitcoin to you, you can do that wallet to wallet virtually instantaneously. And then now you're seeing pop up Bitcoin ATM machines where you can feed the ATM machine cash, like a $20 bill, for example. It's going to pop up a code or a QR code that you can scan, and that's going to put that right in your wallet. And you can also go the other direction where you can take your Bitcoin, scan it back into the Bitcoin ATM machine, and take cash out just like you would a normal ATM. So now you have Bitcoin. Now what do you do? Well, there's a lot of different strategies. And again, this video is not designed to really get into overall strategy and what you should do or shouldn't do. Or it's just really designed to show you and open your mind to some of the options. So the first thing you can do is buy and hold. Well, in a sense, we've already done that. If you've transferred your dollars or your base currency into Bitcoin, you're now holding Bitcoin. Bitcoin will fluctuate in price constantly on a day-to-day basis. Now, your US dollars or your euros or Japanese yen or Swiss francs or whatever you may use as a currency also fluctuates in value on a day-to-day basis. You just don't see the value of that fluctuation because your $100 bill or your $10 bill still looks like $10 to you. Where that fluctuates is in the price of the goods and services through inflation, deflation that happens as you're buying. So when you own a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it actually has price fluctuations against the dollar or against the value of other currencies, if that makes sense. You can then exchange it for other currencies. So there are other currencies like altcoins, for example, that you can exchange it into for different types of uses, and you can then diversify your holdings. You can use it to trade short-term, long-term. You can even do day trading. If any of you are familiar with the Forex market, for example, you can trade cryptocurrencies in much the way you would trade the Forex market. You can use it just straight up purchase goods and services. You just transact business person to person, or you can check out in various places online using Bitcoin now instead of your credit card or PayPal. You can invest in either companies or up-and-coming companies that are raising money called ICOs, and I'll get into that here more in just a minute. And you can also create income streams with various opportunities that are available that use Bitcoin or another alternative cryptocurrency as its method of exchange. So let's talk about each of these. First, I'll talk about the buy and hold strategies. As I mentioned, there's a lot of different currencies out there right now. You can certainly buy and hold Bitcoin and just hold it for increase in value. But you can see in this image here, and this is really just a handful of what's out there, a lot of different types of currencies that are out there in the marketplace right now that all serve different purposes. You can exchange your Bitcoin for some of these other currencies and hold those for increased value. Just like with Bitcoin, the prices go up or down of these other currencies or these other companies and ICOs that you can invest your Bitcoin in, and you can see that fluctuation on a daily basis. So some of them move up and down faster than, say, Bitcoin, and you can just diversify within the marketplace that way. You can use them to make investments. Again, much in the buy and hold strategy, you just buy into, say, if you wanted to purchase some of the Litecoin with your Bitcoin, you could buy and hold that Litecoin and just look at it as investment or retirement plan. There's actually ways that you can even invest in Bitcoin through an IRA and other retirement mechanisms now. You can also use it to purchase goods and services. So as I mentioned, you've heard of PayPal before. Obviously, most of us have probably used PayPal for an eBay transaction or to transact business back and forth between each other, purchase goods online. Now you can see that in many cases, Bitcoin is being used by a lot of different vendors to be able to accept as a form of payment. So you can use it that way as well. You can use it to trade online. So you can open a trading account, and then you can either day trade or do a short-term trade, or what we call swing trading, where you would hold one currency for a period of time, look for the upswing, or you can even what's called shorting the market, which I'm not going to, again, get into in much detail here. But you can hold on to a particular currency, watch the value go up in a few days. Let's say it goes up by $100. You cash back out into your Bitcoin, and you've increased your value by $100. We can even trade it back into US dollars. And then you can do long-term trades, which is, again, more the buy and hold type of strategy that I discussed before. And as I mentioned, you can do market shorts. That's a more sophisticated investment strategy where you're essentially betting on the price of a cryptocurrency to go down rather than to go up. As far as person to person, there are a lot of people that are interested now in owning Bitcoin, and they're more than happy to accept your Bitcoin for a transaction. So whether that might be a consulting or a coaching fee that you might pay to somebody, or you could pay someone to mow your lawn in Bitcoin if they are willing to accept Bitcoin. So there are a lot of ways to do Bitcoin person to person transactions. And then you can invest in coins and companies and ICOs, as I mentioned. So when I refer to coins, I'm referring to anything outside of the core currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, are the base currencies at this point, are called altcoins or alternative coins. So you'll find them in particular markets that you can track. I'll share that link with you here in just a minute. There are also what are called blockchain companies. So with with Bitcoin, it's not as much the currency that's the big excitement, that at least the way I see it in this marketplace. It's actually the broad scope of available opportunities with the technology that Bitcoin is built on. It's called the blockchain. It is the coding, the cryptography, the way that this privacy is connected and that sort of thing. People are building all sorts of different mechanisms on top of the blockchain or using the blockchain technology. You can also invest in initial coin offerings, or ICOs. Look at this as similar to, say, an IPO. If you were investing in a new company, initial public offering, an IPO on NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. Same concept, only it's with Bitcoin or with an alternate coin, or with a company that's coming out raising money for their technology. You can track a lot of this on coinmarketcap.com. That'll give you a lot of different perspectives. You can actually look at the market cap volume. You can look at how much of any particular coin or company, basically ICO stock, if you will, is available, how much is being released. Normally that's a fixed amount. You can look at what the price fluctuations are on a day-to-day basis, the percentage of change on a daily basis, etc. This gives you just the market at a glance. Strongly encourage you that if you're going to tap into this market and really start to dance here a little bit, you're going to want to take a look at that so you can start to become familiar with what's out there. And you can click through on any of these. You can learn more about the particular company, what it does, how it operates. It's pretty fascinating, the entire technology and what's happening in this marketplace right now. And then, of course, you have opportunities and referral programs inside of the cryptocurrency marketplace. Those could potentially be investment funds, and there are a lot of different ones out there. Again, I want to encourage you to do your due diligence. This is just one example. Control Finance is an example of an investment fund where you put in a certain amount of deposit and receive 1 to 1.5% a day in interest back on a daily basis. And you have your hybrid altcoin mining and investment type programs. For example, BitConnect would be something that would fall into that category, where they have their own coin, they also have their own mining operation, and there's an investment opportunity to loan BitConnect money and also get a high yield and return on your investment. There are also direct sales programs. Again, these are just examples. USI Tech, Mindset 24 Global. These are two different direct sales companies that are up and running and doing very, very well in this industry right now. Mindset 24 Global is essentially more of a direct sales or network marketing type program, but they transact their business in Bitcoin. So this is a great way where you can potentially get started earning revenue, and then earning that revenue in the form of Bitcoin that you can then take and diversify into some of these other markets. So again, my intention here today is not to give you the encyclopedia of cryptocurrencies, but really just to give you a taste of what's possible and the different market expansions that are happening across the board in this marketplace. My name is Jeffrey Howard, Cryptocurrency Mentor, CC Mentor. You can check into my YouTube channel, youtube.ccmentor.me. If you like this video and you're seeing it on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Just getting started with a lot of these videos, but I will definitely be making a lot more. We'll be tracking different companies, different opportunities, and doing different things in this marketplace. So appreciate you taking the time. Again, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.